I started filming weddings because I used to believe people looked most honest when they forgot they were being watched. Not ceremonies, not vows, receptions, people sitting exhausted at tables, parents staring at empty dance floors, couples slipping outside for air, the small moments after everyone stopped performing. Back when I was married, I used to tell my wife that. Megan said I was weird, not in a cruel way, just normal married teasing. Then we got older and quieter and eventually became two people sharing bills. You know how it goes. After the divorce, I sold a lot of equipment, kept enough to work. A couple cameras, audio gear, laptop, stabilizer. I started taking cheap jobs because I didn't have much choice. Birthday parties, community events, retirement dinners, anything. About 8 months after the divorce, I got an email from a woman named Renee. No company address, no website, just need overnight event videography, rural location, transportation available, payment cash, event runs until sunrise. The rate listed underneath was almost double what I'd normally make. I remember reading it 3 times. There was also one line that felt strange. You were requested not to leave before the closing family presentation. Requested, not required. Requested. I almost ignored it. Then I checked my account balance. 3 days later, I met Renee in a grocery store parking lot 2 counties over. Mid-40s maybe, brown coat. Very friendly. Not overly friendly. Just enough that you relax around someone. She handed me an envelope with half payment up front. Cash. Then said something odd. People get emotional during this event. I remember nodding, thinking she meant weddings, family drama, drunk relatives, normal things. She smiled and said, "If anyone acts like they know you, just be polite." I laughed. She didn't. That should have bothered me more. The town sat about an hour farther out. Small place. Not isolated exactly. Just old. The kind of place where buildings looked added onto instead of planned. There were strings of lights everywhere. Paper decorations. Music drifting through open streets. Families walking around. Kids running. Food stands. At first I thought I'd misunderstood. I thought maybe it was a town festival, not a private event. Renee pointed toward an old community hall. Starts there. Then she drove away. That was it. No instructions. No schedule. Just gone. Inside the hall, people were setting tables, decorating walls, hanging photos. Lots of photos. Families. Couples. Group shots. Some old. Some recent. I introduced myself to a man carrying folding chairs. Asked where organizers were. He smiled. Said, "Oh good, you're here." Like he'd been expecting me. Normal enough. Except then he added, "Danny's back." I said, "No, sorry. I'm Ryan." He looked confused, then embarrassed. "Oh, sorry." Then he walked away. Didn't think much of it. People mix up names. Happens. But over the next hour, 3 more people called me Danny. One older woman hugged me. Actually hugged me. Told me she'd missed me. Then looked confused afterward. No one explained. No one seemed disturbed. Just little moments. Tiny mistakes. The event officially started around sunset. Music. Food. Families. Games for kids. Dancing. Completely normal. Mostly, I filmed everything. Habit. Crowds. Laughing. Tables. Faces. Hours passed. Around midnight, I sat near the edge of the square eating pulled pork from a paper tray, reviewing footage. And that's when I noticed something. Small thing. Probably nothing. One of the dance clips showed a little girl waving at camera. Behind her stood a family of 4. Mother, father, teen boy, older woman. I remembered filming them because the grandmother had kept staring directly at me. But when camera angle shifted, the grandmother wasn't there. Not moved. Gone. No transition. No walking away. Nothing. Just absent. I replayed it several times. Thought maybe someone blocked view. But no. She was simply missing. I checked later footage. Found her again. Standing elsewhere. Smiling. Like normal. I blamed exhaustion. Kept filming. Around 2 in morning, people gathered near long tables outside. Candles everywhere. Soft music. Not religious exactly. Just quiet. Families sat together. Renee appeared beside me. Hadn't seen her since arrival. She asked, "Everything okay?" I almost mentioned the footage. Didn't. Something felt embarrassing about it. Instead, I asked what event actually was. She looked surprised, like I'd asked what year it was. Then smiled. Celebration of continuance. That was it. No explanation. I remember laughing awkwardly. She laughed too, but delayed, like copying timing. And for first time, I felt something small shift inside my stomach. Not fear exactly, just discomfort. You know when conversations stop feeling natural? Like people are following invisible scripts? That, around 3, I started noticing another thing. Groups changed. Not physically, socially. Families looked rearranged. People sitting with different spouses. Kids with different parents. Friends becoming siblings. Small details. And nobody acknowledged it. I thought maybe I was mixing faces up. Large crowds. Fatigue. But then I filmed a couple slow dancing beneath lights. Later, same woman sat holding hands with another man. Not cheating. Not secretive. Openly. With photos of them nearby. Except now pictures showed that man. Not first one. I stared at wall photos for a long time. Certain they'd changed. Certain. Then uncertain. That's worse. When certainty starts slipping. I called Megan around 4. Didn't answer. Voicemail. Just hearing familiar recording helped. For a second. Then while ending call, I noticed missed text. Unknown number. Simple message. Still filming us? No name. No context. I stared maybe 30 seconds. Another message came. You always filmed everything, Danny. Danny. Again. I asked who it was. No response. I started feeling stupidly scared. Not panic. Not movie fear. More like social fear. That feeling of entering wrong room and realizing everyone knows something you don't. I decided I'd leave after dawn. Finish payment. Forget Weird Town. Simple. Then came family presentations. People gathered inside hall. Projector. Lights off. Families taking turns showing photos. Home videos. Slideshows. Normal. Mostly old memories. Birthdays. Trips. Graduations. People cried. Laughed. Held hands. Then one family presentation started. And I saw myself. Not me exactly. Danny. Maybe. Same face. Close enough. Older footage. Poor quality. Standing beside people I'd seen all night. Laughing. Holding camera. Someone behind video asked, "Film us, Danny." I stopped breathing. For a second. Because voice sounded familiar. Megan familiar. Not identical. Close. Memory close. The video continued. Danny turned. Smiled. And I saw his face clearly. Not identical. No. Not twins. Just the feeling someone gives when they resemble you enough that your brain hesitates. I stood up immediately. Heart hammering. People stared. Renee looked confused. I asked, "Who is Danny?" Silence. Actual silence. Not awkward silence. Stillness. Then Renee said softly, "You came back." Not answering question. Just that. People around me looked sad. Not frightened. Sad. Like I was embarrassing myself. I left. Grabbed equipment. Walked to parking lot. Hands shaking. No car. Transportation. Remember? I suddenly realized. No ride. No signal. No nearby highway. Nothing. Just quiet roads. And lights behind me. I started walking anyway. Cold air. Dark fields. I heard footsteps once. Turned. Nobody there. Again later. Nothing. About 20 minutes into walking, headlights appeared. Pickup truck. Older guy driving. Asked if I needed a ride. I got it immediately. Didn't care anymore. We drove 10 minutes. Maybe 15. Then he asked, "Family reunion?" I said no. Community event. He looked confused. Told me no town existed out there. Just campground land. Old fairgrounds decades ago. Nothing else. I didn't answer. Couldn't. Eventually reached my motel. I slept maybe 12 hours. When I woke up, I convinced myself exhaustion caused all of it. Sleep deprivation. Stress. Emotional baggage. Simple. Then I checked footage. Most files corrupted. Static. Missing segments. Black screens. But some remained. And in background. Across dozens of unrelated shots. I saw same man. Watching camera. Not Danny. Me. Same clothes. Same face. Standing at edges of crowds. Near tables. Behind buildings. always looking directly toward lens. I never saw him while filming. Not once. I deleted everything. All of it. Didn't even keep payment. For months, I avoided event work. Took editing jobs. Commercial stuff. Boring work. Then last year Megan called. First time in a while. Said something strange. Asked if I'd been at a wedding in Ohio. I said no. She sounded uncertain. Said a friend uploaded reception pictures online. Thought she saw me. Background a photo. Standing near dance floor. Holding camera. I laughed. Told her wrong person. She texted image anyway. I stared at a long time. Not because person looked like me. Because it was me. Exactly me. Same jacket. Same camera bag. Same face. Standing beside a family. Smiling. And written beneath photo. Great seeing Danny again after all these years. I don't film weddings anymore. Haven't in almost a year. Sometimes curiosity gets me. I search event pages. Family gatherings. Festival photos. Small town celebrations. And every few months, I find another picture. Different state. Different people. Different year. I'm always there. Not hidden. Not blurry. Standing with people who look happy to see me. People I don't know. People tagging someone named Danny. Last month, I found one taken 3 weeks before I ever accepted Renee's job. That's the part one can't explain. Because in that picture, I'm looking directly at camera. Smiling. Like I knew whoever was taking it.